Hey there, welcome to Bushwhacked Adventures. Are you ready to journey into the wilderness and explore the great outdoors?
All right, time to head out on an adventure. We've just had rain a lot of last night, a lot of the day. It just barely started to break here in the last half hour. But it's been raining a lot, and this is a break between a storm. I live at about 5,000 feet elevation. Where I'm headed is up around 8,000 feet, and I'm expecting snow. This is going to be fun. Gonna go out and do a little snow camping, hopefully. I think we'll have it up there. There's another band that's coming through tonight that is supposed to drop. I'm expecting anywhere between 5 to 20 inches of snow tonight where I'm headed. So we'll see what actually happens. Right now, gonna head on out, and I'll see you when we get there. So. All right, reset, take two. Had to get the mic working. So I'm here at Daniels Summit in between Heber, Utah and Strawberry Reservoir. It's a spot I like to go a lot. It's close, convenient, and there's a storm coming. You look at the sky all around, it's coming in quick. It's been raining a lot of the day. I was able to get away from work a little bit early today so I could get up here before dark and get a tent set up. So I'm not doing it in a snowstorm. Sometimes that's the way it is. You just take the situation as it comes. So I think I'm gonna go right there. Nice, pretty flat spot. We'll see how that works for me. I'm excited to try out the teepee. I've done camping in snow before. I've got a 14 by 16 canvas wall tent with a wood stove in it. So this smaller hot tent stove that I've featured on a previous episode, it's going to be kind of fun to try out and see how it does. Gotta watch those guy lines. Okay, so it's starting to rain right now. So we look around, you can see the low-hanging clouds. is actually really good because there's been like a 30,000 plus acre wildfire on the other side of that mountain. And I'm hopeful, cautiously optimistic, that the rain, the snow that's coming will be the end of the fire. Off in the distance, I can see the north end of Strawberry Reservoir. It's a local reservoir that is used for recreation and for water conservation. It's part of something that's called the Central Utah Project, where they have built several reservoirs throughout the mountainous area to help capture the snowmelt during the spring runoff, and then we have it available for use throughout the summer and the next year. The Bushwhacked Adventure Rig gets me where I want to go. All right, I think it's about time to check out the fire and see what we can do with it in here. I think I want to shift that pipe away just a little more from the fabric. So I think I'll move it a little bit now. And sorry about that noise. That's a little better. All right, good deal. I don't remember the exact dimensions, but let's just do a test and see if, ooh, barely. A couple of those pieces are gonna barely fit in there, but they'll fit. All right, well, let's get to firing here. So when I did my pre-fire of this stove at home, I wasn't certain the direction to put, excuse me, the damper. And what I found is the damper ring aligns parallel to the damper inside. So I want it like that, wide open right now. And get a little more in here. It's always great to hold on to little scraps of wood from your projects around the house because they make nice dry kindling. Well, we got flame, but do we have fire? I'm going to close that up because I've noticed it helps the draw up the flue versus backflowing into the tent in this scenario. That's what we've been waiting for. All right, coming to you from the hot tent, and it's hot. Had the fire going 15, maybe 20 minutes, and the temperature has climbed, and this is, my temperature gauge is down here on the floor level. It was 48, 41 outside, it's still 41 outside. And it was 48 inside. We're now up to 61 at the ground level. I'm ready to take my jacket off. This is going to be totally awesome. I just shut the air down because it's going to cook me out of here. I had my fan on and realized I'm not going to be needing that in here. It maybe helps to spread the heat around initially, but you won't need it very long. Right now, it's about 6 o'clock, got a great fire going, and I am going to get some dinner made. I debated between bringing a steak, which I had ready to go, but I also had some leftovers in the fridge that need to be eaten up. It's a macaroni hamburger casserole that we like to make. So all I got to do is warm that up, and we're going to get some food in me because I'm hungry. I'll be back to you in a minute. All right, as you can hear, the weather has arrived. It's 6:12, 41 degrees outside, 63 degrees inside, and I've got the air shut all the way down on the stove. And that's about 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the ground. It's just sitting on my bed. I'm gonna go ahead and get some food going. And I've got this, it's noodles and pureed tomatoes and hamburger and corn with cheese. It's a dish we like to make. A couple of rolls over there. Let's get to cooking. Warming up quick. Anytime you can pre-cook a meal, it just makes it that much easier while you're out in the woods. Tonight, I'm going to do a little reading. It's the third book of a series from an author by the name of Brandon Sanderson. If you haven't read his work, he's got some good stuff. This one is called Cytonic, and looking forward to it. I forgot to grab butter, but we'll still enjoy a roll. Cheese is starting to melt. Well, that hamburger's warm. All right, I'm thinking that's ready. Good deal. Well, that's dinner tonight. There's more of it if I want it. Another roll. This is going to be good. Oh, it's hot. Hot, and it hits the spot. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. It's a 24-degree difference between inside and outside right now. 64 and 40. This is going to be fun to watch. That's hot, but it's good. It's warming up my roll, which isn't a bad thing. That hits the spot tonight. Comfort food when you camp. It's great stuff. I'd be curious what you guys like to make while you camp. Drop it in the comments. Good stuff. Not warm. All right. I think I'm going to read my book. Before it gets too dark. Gotta find my bookmark. There we go. I think as I think about orientation, next time I set this up, I'll rotate the stove 180 degrees because it's sitting right in the middle of prime real estate that I could be sitting a little further away from the wall. My head's against it. which is fine. But that would just be an opportunity to open up the floor space a little bit more. In fact, honestly, I think I can rotate it right now with the rack the way it is. So I'm going to give that a try. Come outside for final little check, see how things are doing. Loving the tent and the stove. Hot tent camping. I think it's a thing. Something to try out if you haven't tried it. Between the tent and the stove, I think I'm under $300 for this, and it doesn't take much to get into it. This one in particular, I like it because it has a snow skirt at the bottom. It's not just open. You can see how it shed the water. And that skirt's helping to keep the water out from inside. You got to be careful with the guy lines as you walk around. There's not a lot of clearance there, but it seems to be enough. The stack is cooled enough by the time we get to this point that nothing's burning. All right, so I'll check it later, see when the snow starts. I'd be a little disappointed if I don't get snow. I mean, it'll be good either way, but I want the snow. I want to camp in the first snowstorm of the year. The season. Clouds are moving pretty good. Beautiful nature. Okay, headed back in. All right, welcome from inside the tent. It's wet. I just went out a second ago to do a little filming outside with the light on, and I'm drenched. Hearing a little thunder off in the distance. Currently, outside temperature is 36, inside 64. Very comfortable in here. And you know what? I'm able to put this up myself. My big 14 by 16 wall tent, it's great if you've got a few people. But to try to do that alone, no way. This is a great option. I put this up, probably half an hour is what it's going to take to set camp up with this. Completely doable. All right, well, it's wet. We'll see what the morning looks like. It is about 7:15 right now, and it is officially dark outside. I'm gonna tuck in and read my book. We'll see where the night takes us. All right. It's dark here in the tent. You see the glow from the stove. It's about 9 o'clock. I've been up since 4:30, so I'll probably be knocking off here soon. I'll let that burn down a little bit, but currently we're around 52 degrees here in the tent. I just stoked up the fire, so it's probably going to warm up from there. You can see it glow. I've got the air shut all the way off to it, but yeah. So, time for bed. We'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning from the tent. It's about 5:30. And I went to bed about 10:30 last night. I slept pretty good. definitely had a storm roll in. The walls of the tent are collapsing in from the weight of the snow. I don't know how much snow we got, but I'll get up here in a minute and we're going to find out. The stove is actually, I didn't stoke this stove up. I mean, I haven't stoked it up since 10 or 9. And I can still feel a little heat off of it. It's, I can hear it crackle every once in a while. There's a fair amount of condensation on the walls inside. So it's a little drippy. That's the nature of the tent in a snowstorm, I guess. So, all right, right now I'm awake. Like I'm gonna go ahead and get up. And I've been debating for the last hour or so, do I stoke up the stove and cook breakfast? Because I want to get it cooled down so that I can get it in the car and get it home, and it's still burning from 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago. It's not super hot like it was last night. It's not glowing, but it needs to be cool enough to drive home. And I know I can toss it out in the snow, and that will help cool it down. But I've got to figure it out. What am I going to do for breakfast? Plan was hot chocolate and oatmeal. So, all right, going to go ahead and get up. Be back to you in a minute. All right, we got a bit of snow. I don't know how much yet, but it's there. Welcome to winter. Oh, wow. Okay. Yep. This is what I wanted. First snow of the year. Tent did good. Oh, I'm guessing there's 6-7 inches right now. Okay. Fun times. All right. 5:30-ish. I think I'm going to pack up and head out. The reason being is it's the weekend. I've got roofers coming next week to re-roof the house, and I've got to do a few things there to make sure I'm ready. So I don't want to be up here too long today. So I think I can pack up pretty quick and get on the road. Enjoy driving in the snow. Awesome snowstorm. Okay, right now I'm gonna put the camera away, get some things packed up. I'll be in touch with you again in a little bit. right. Told you it was time for breakfast. Yeah, just had a nice white knuckle drive down the canyon. Thick snow coming down, slushy snow on the road. It was quite fun. But it's still dark, so I'm going to eat and wait for a little better conditions, and I'll finish my drive home. So, time to eat. Perfect. All right. We'll wait a few more minutes and I'll head home. Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell to receive notifications for future content. That's all, folks. See you on our next adventure.